Hi everyone, and you are welcome to Interface Segregation Principle lecture. In the beginning, let me ask you the following question. Assume that your program requires multiple abstract methods. In this case, should you create one interface for all of these methods, or you have to create multiple interfaces? And if you proceed with the second option, how many interfaces you have to create, and how you should group all of these abstract methods under these interfaces? To answer this question, join me in this lecture. In this lecture, we will understand what ISP is, then we will see a practical use case in order to understand how to apply this principle practically. Finally, I'll end up this lecture by a quick summary. So let's get started. Actually, this principle is very simple. ISP states that a child class should never be forced to implement an interface that it doesn't use. If I want to rephrase this principle, I can say simply just don't define an interface with functions that the children classes will not use. So when a children class inherits an interface, it should redefine all the functions under this interface. Now to understand this principle thoroughly, join me in Jupyter Notebook in order to show you a real use case about it. Alright, now let's see by examples what's the meaning of that the children class should not be enforced to inherit interfaces that they don't use. So, let's say that we want to build a software in order to edit videos. The first thing that we need in this software is a class to represent the video itself, like the following. In this example, I am importing ABC meta and abstract method in order to create an interface, which is video in this case. And as you see here, the constructor accepts one attribute, which is the video path. After that, you will see that in this class we have two abstract methods, which are process frames and process audio. And here you will see that I have a method, it's named process. When I call this method, it will call the other two methods, which are process frames and process audio. So we can understand from this that whenever we want to edit a video, all what we have to do is just redefine how we want to process the frames of this video and how we want to process the audio of that video. Now let's assume that we have another class, it's named movie, and this class inherits video class, like what you see here, and this movie class will redefine these two methods, which are process frames and process audio. Now to make sure that this class works well without any problem, I'll define an object from this class, and here as you see, movie, and I'll give a dummy path, and then I'll say m.process, which is inherited from the parent. Look here, inside process frames and process audio, all what I have to say is just print processing, because now I don't care about the actual implementation, what I care about is the idea. And you will see that the class works well without any problem. Now let's say that I want now to define another class, which is silent movie. When we say silent movie, I mean by that this movie has no audio part, which means there is no voice in this video. So if I define an object from this, first of all, let me say silent movie. And what I have to change here is the following. We have something to process frames, but as I mentioned, we don't have audio in this silent movie. So in this case, there is no need for this method. But what will happen in this case? If I don't implement this method, which is process audio, and I run, I'll get an error. Why? Because I can't instantiate abstract class without redefining all the abstract methods, which is in this case process audio. So if I want to define an object from this class, I have to redefine this method. Let's say I will redefine this method, but because there is no audio, let me say I will say raise exception, no audio in this video. Now if I run, there is another error will appear. What's this error right now? It's no audio in this video. Why this error happened? Because if you remember here within process, we are calling process frames and process audio. So if I don't implement this method, there is a problem. And if I implement this method, also there is a problem. And why this happened? Because implementing all of these classes in this way actually violating the principle of ISP. So what's the solution right now? How to reconfigure these classes in a way that I will not enforce any children classes to redefine the abstract methods. Let's see how to do that. Actually, the solution is quite simple. Rather than defining one interface having all the abstract methods, it's better to define interface for each method, like the following. I'll define a class, its name frame processor, and it's an interface which has one method or one abstract method, which is process frames. And the same thing for audio processor. I have one class which has one abstract method, which is process audio. Now let's see how we will define the movie class. It's quite simple. All what I have to do is define this class movie. But now because we know that the movie has the two parts, which are the audio and the video part, so I need the frame processor and audio processor. In this case, I will do multiple inheritance, in which I will inherit both interfaces and I will redefine the two methods, which are process frames, which come from the first interface, and process audio, which comes from the second interface. Now, how to define the second class, which is silent movie? It's quite simple. All what I have to do is the following. I'll say silent movie, but because we know that there is no audio, so there is no need to inherit this interface at all. And I have to remove this from here, and I have to remove this from here. So, by having multiple interfaces, I'm able to inherit only the interfaces that my class needs, which in this case, I'm not enforcing this class to redefine any method that this class doesn't need. And using this way, we satisfy the principle of ISP. That's all. Thank you very much. Now let's recap what we have learned in this lecture. Simply, in this lecture, ISP principle has been discussed, and we see that this principle states that a child class should never be forced to implement an interface that it doesn't use. In other words, the children classes should implement only the methods that they need. Now please refer to the challenges available in the lecture resources in order to practice what you have learned in this lecture. Thank you so much for your time, and if you are available, join me in the next lecture.